Alright, we're back with another Connections Hard Mode. This is puzzle number 900 on November 27th, 2025. We're going to quickly refresh you on the rules for Connections Hard Mode. Rule number one, all clues must be submitted at one time. This means we cannot submit one group and then see what the next groups are based on it. We do not have the clarity of knowing for sure whether our first group is correct or not. We must submit all 16 words in 4 groups all at once. Cannot make changes on what sets of words we have in between them. 2, we must submit the categories from yellow to purple. By this I mean we have to submit them, maybe I should just say categories in order. We have to submit them from yellow to purple in order. If I don't submit them in the correct order, yellow, green, blue, purple, I have it incorrect. So let's say I confuse which one is the blue and which one is the purple. Since I've labeled the groups incorrectly, I'm wrong. Third, all of the clues. Wait, is that what the third one is? What's the third one? All of the categories must be named. Meaning, I cannot just submit 4 words and go, I think they go together. I have to say why they go together. I have to take a guess at what the common theme is with the words. Close enough is close enough on this, but if it's far off, if I have the wrong theme, whoops, it's wrong, and thus my whole submission is wrong. Hard mode has failed. Fourth, and this is our newest rule. We've played with this so far. This will be a third time. The hard mode time limit is 18 minutes. If I fail it in hard mode after 18 minutes, easy mode kicks in, is plus 5 minutes. So I can try and solve it in easy mode in the next 5 minutes. That is just to keep me from going forever on a video. So with these 4 rules, simple though they are, the game gets a lot more challenging. That is what we're playing. I have a timer right here, which we will kick off as soon as I've hit play. And I will keep track of information here. I can use process of elimination, I just can't be certain about them. So I will be tracking what my clue groups are, writing them down, kind of piecing together my solution as I go on scratch paper, if you will, with the wonderful, very free Notepad++. And I spent way too long talking about that. Here we go. Oh, I hit start a little early. Let's refresh that. There we go. All right. Music files. Joanne, where are the files? Grands, tidal wave, routers, hurdle, avalanche, downloads, torrent, interesting, desktop drills, confections, not connections, interesting, confections, swelling sea, outpouring, saws, and documents. Okay. Documents, files, downloads. These are I know what this is. Hold on. And desktop, I think. These are, what do I even call these? Default folders on a computer. Something like that, right? Your documents, your files, your downloads. Say files. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure about that. Documents, downloads, desktop. Actually, music. I think music goes with this one. Files? I think files is a red herring here. Okay. What else? A torrent, an outpouring, a tidal wave, and a swelling sea? That one I'm not sure about, actually. Let me get some commas in this list because it's like a little disorganized at the moment. We'll do that with the same thing above swelling seas. Just see. Documents, music, downloads, desktop. So I'm thinking with this second group that we've got identified, if it is correct, which we have no guarantee there, but I'm thinking that the idea is it's lots of water. Originally I was looking at torrent and thinking of downloads, torrents, but I don't think that's the same. I think torrent, outpouring, tidal wave, swelling sea, big amount of water. Though I could see an avalanche, a tidal wave, a swelling sea being together. What would that go with? Grands. Some of these are interesting. Okay, let's get our words that we haven't used so far together. Files hasn't been used. Not fuels. Files. Grands. Routers. Hurdle. Avalanche. Drills. Confections. Saws. Okay, a saw, a drill, a router. Ooh, wait. Saws, drills, routers, files? Ooh. Tools for woodworking? You can have a wood router, a file. They're like shop tools is what I'm thinking of. Say shop tools. Interesting here. What would that leave us with? Grands, hurdle, avalanche, confections. Not grants. Whoa, how'd I get grants? Grands. Grands. Confections. Oh, man. Hurdle. Things you can jump. No, things you can... Oh, I don't know on this one. That's an interesting thing. Let's see if I'm feeling confident about some of these other ones before we get moving here. I have all my words currently in here. So, documents, music, downloads, desktop. I mean, I hate to even do this because I don't know what'll pop up. Probably nothing terribly useful to you. Probably a security risk though. Desktop, downloads, documents, music is also in here. If I went into a basic user, you would find all this stuff exists. Documents, music. This is my D drive, so this is not the correct one, but it would have all those things in theory. I think desktop would go with it, though potentially something else, but I doubt it. A torrent, an outpouring, a tidal wave, a swelling sea. Swelling sea doesn't fit like as well with this group as I want it to. Avalanche feels to me like it should somehow fit in here. Torrent, outpouring, tidal wave, avalanche feels like it fits better. Let's check something here. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's make a new group as we look at this. What if it was this? Grands, hurdle, confections. And what if this was actually here? I'm thinking, what if it's just like a large rush, a torrent, an outpouring, a tidal wave, an avalanche, something like that. Large rush of something, I don't know. Saws, drills, routers, and files, documents, music, downloads, desktop. What would I be looking at if this was what I've got going on? I'm feeling pretty good about that being the case. Swelling sea, grands, hurdle, confections. Confections, all I can think is like, I mean, confections are things you can eat, right? Sweet things you can eat. Confectioner, sugar. A con. No. Wait. Wordle, connection, strands, spelling bee. Oh my goodness. Could it be New York Times puzzles, puzzle names, like twisted somehow? Oh my goodness, that's too good to be true, right? I mean, think about this. Spelling bee is one of theirs. Strands is one of theirs. Wordle. It's not spelled that way, of course, but Wordle and connections. Maybe it just sounds like New York. Give it an alternate title here. Sounds like New York Times puzzle games. Shop tools. Do I want to be more specific here? Really, the only thing I'm thinking about is reorder. I think I've got the right groups in 8 minutes, which is quite a good showing for us. Usually it takes much longer. Maybe it resets in difficulty on Thursdays. Maybe they're kind on Thanksgiving. I don't know. The question is, what order are these clues in? Because I'm thinking that this desktop one is either blue or green. I'm pretty confident on Torrent, Outpouring, Tidal Wave, and Avalanche, not Swelling Seas. Pardon me. Because we just figured that out. Which I thought Swelling Seas was a weird one. That helped us pick this apart pretty quickly. Avalanche, Tidal Wave, Outpouring, Torrent. I'm pretty confident this would be our yellow. Saws, drills, routers, and files. I think people would know these go together more easily than they would documents, music, downloads, desktop. I don't know. That really is tricky to me. It's the blue and the green that I think I'm going to get messed up here. I'm very confident that I have the purple with the New York Times games and the yellow correct. So it really is these middle two. And then again, if I want to tighten any of these titles, a large rush of something. I mean, like, outpouring synonym is basically like there's synonyms of. I don't even know what it would be. Overflow, outflowing, outrush, rush. I mean, I have rush, flood. There you go. We'll try that. I mean, they're not really synonyms for. They're kind of synonyms for flood. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone synonyms for avalanche and seen what it had that would have fit these. That probably would have been a smarter route. Either way, I feel confident we've got it somewhere in here. This is me trying to label it. Shop tools, woodworking tools. I feel good enough with that. Default folders on a computer I feel pretty good about. Or maybe user folders. PC user folders. And then it sounds like, okay, I'm calling it right here. We finished this one in 10 minutes, 35 seconds. I am submitting it as is in the order I've got it in with the categories I've got it in. Let's see if I'm right. Torrent, outpouring, I lost that one, there it is. Tidal wave and avalanche. Watch me get it wrong. No? Okay. Inundation, all right, that's a nice big vocab word, I like that. It needs to be like covered in something, so completely covered in it you're overwhelmed by it. That's to inundate. An inundation, I guess, would be these. I think this counts with rushing flood of something. A large rush of something would be to be inundated by something. So that I'm going to count that one. You can judge it yourself, but personally I would take this as correct on labeling it. Saws, drills, routers, and files. Let's see. Saws, drills, routers, files. Big question is this blue or is it green? Oh no, man, that's sad. Thought more people would know these. Maybe because I have a relative that works with routers. Oh, that's disappointing. Okay. Drills, files, routers, saws, woodworking tools. I mean, we had it labeled exactly right. Just the wrong category level. That's sad. All right. Documents, music, downloads, desktop. Main folders in a computer. What'd I tell you? Default folders on a computer. PC user folders. And swelling seas, grands, hurdle, connections. It's even got it in the right thing here. Rhymes for New York Times games. Man, okay, I'm kind of sad that the one thing I screwed up is the order of these two. I mean, we were devilishly close. We finished the puzzle. Really, I had it in like 8 minutes, but just ordering and making sure I had things cleaned up. 10.5. Did I swap these two around at any point? Trying to remember here. Oh, I just had it at the top at one point. So it was a matter of did I think this was second or third. So, man, that's tough. Yeah, that is tough. Well, at least we got an easy mode victory and a fast one, despite me rambling for 2.5 minutes at the beginning about the rules. Um, that's it. I guess I'll see you tomorrow in Connections 901. That was a really fun one. I like that for Connections 900 we have this nice, very thematic New York Times games kind of vibe going on. So that was a good one. See you in the next one.